Have you ever looked up at a truly massive skyscraper and just thought, who on earth actually builds these things? Well, today we're going inside one of the companies that is literally shaping the skylines of tomorrow, one gigantic project at a time. Let's dive in and see how they pull it off.
It sounds like a riddle, right? But for some companies, that's just another day at the office. Keep that question in the back of your mind, because the scale we're about to explore is honestly staggering.
So, who is this powerhouse behind all these monumental structures? Let's get to know WHT Global and find out what makes them a real leader in their field.
Okay, so WHT Global is way more than just a construction company. You got to think of them as a top-tier international engineering firm. Their whole philosophy is built around three things: innovation, sustainability, and focusing on the client. This means they're not just throwing up buildings. Nope, they're creating these future-proof, responsible developments.
And their reach is just massive. They operate across both Europe and Asia. This focus on Eurasia means they're experts at working in all sorts of different environments, from, the super dense cities like Istanbul and in Germany, all the way to the unique landscapes of Central Asia. All right, so we know who they are. Now for the fun part. Let's look at what they actually build. This is where you can really see their ambition come to life. We're talking iconic towers and huge urban hubs that completely redefine cityscapes. Remember that question I asked right at the start? How do you build a city within a city? Well, this project right here is a pretty solid answer. Metropole Istanbul isn't just a building. It's basically a whole ecosystem. Just picture it. 3 towering skyscrapers that perfectly blend luxury homes, a massive shopping mall, and state-of-the-art office spaces. It's a true city within a city, a super vibrant hub for everything. And the scale? For this single project, a mind-boggling 700,000 square meters of construction. That's a colossal footprint. And believe it or not, it's just one example of what they do. Next up, we've got a project that's less of a building and, honestly, more of a national symbol. You can't miss the Baku Flame Towers. I mean, their design is so unique. 3 towers shaped like flames, completely covered in LED screens that light up the whole skyline of Azerbaijan's capital. They're not just the tallest buildings in the city, they're a true national icon. And while it's not quite as huge as Metropole, the Baku Flame Towers still cover an enormous 251,000 square meters of space for hotels, shopping, living, you name it. It absolutely solidifies their status as a landmark. But it's not all about these crazy, iconic towers. WHT Global also focuses on a different kind of landmark, one that's really designed around people. The Topkapi 29 project shows a whole other side of their philosophy. It's in a historic part of Istanbul, and here, the focus really shifts to quality of life. We're talking huge green spaces and community areas made to bring people together. It's just a brilliant example of how versatile they are, They can go from towering skyscrapers to these very human-focused communities. And hey, don't let the phrase human-oriented make you think it's small. This project spans an incredible 640,000 square meters. That proves you can build on a massive scale and still put green space and community first. So, we've seen a few individual projects. Now let's zoom all the way out and look at the big picture. Because the numbers behind their ambition, well, they're truly staggering. Okay, get ready for this. This is the total number of projects WHT Global has completed worldwide. Over 1,278. The sheer volume of their work is just astounding. Now let's add it all up. Just their key projects cover a total construction area of over 8.1 million square meters. To put that into perspective for you, that's bigger than 1,500 American football fields. Just wow. And finally, the financial scale. If these projects were built using U.S. construction costs, the estimated budget would be a staggering $43.7 billion. That just shows you the immense resources and financial know-how you need to operate at this level. A portfolio like that doesn't just happen by accident. So how do they do it? How do they manage to operate at such an incredibly high level across so many different countries and all these different types of projects? Well, their success really rests on 4 key pillars. First, it's about establishing 100% client trust by delivering exactly what they promised, safely and on time, every time. Second, sustainability isn't just a buzzword for them. It's right at the core of every single project design. Third, They're driven by innovation, using the latest tech like the Internet of Things to make sure projects run smoothly. And finally, their services are totally integrated. They handle everything from the financing and advising to the actual development and construction. They're a true end-to-end partner for these colossal projects. Ultimately, everything we just talked about ties back to this one core mission. Even with all the concrete and steel, the real goal is to build a better, more sustainable world. This quote, it really sums up their purpose beyond just putting up buildings. It's an absolutely incredible story of scale and ambition. And it really leaves us with one final thought. After transforming skylines across Europe and Asia with over 1,000 projects already under their belt, where in the world will they leave their mark next?